mention. These feeding our children, these but in the mentions with rappers ain't worth a mention. These getting attention for selling ignorant. I believe in black and I can see the rap. And I believe in cap. And I agree with cap. I believe in rap. I believe that I'm that.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Oh, man, coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, today, of course, not just the start of the new campaign, it's the debut of DeMeco Ryans as the Houston head coach. Now, we saw him plenty with the 49ers, what he was able to do with that defense. Charles, what do you think he brings to the table for these Texans?
He brings football intelligence. He brings enthusiasm. He brings creativity. This guy wanted to be the head coach of the Houston Texans, twice a Pro Bowler with them in the NFL. He's come home. Now he wants to finish what he started as a player as a head coach.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Jackson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 34-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3 zip. So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
1st down, Texans.
Ready up!
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Stroud sets up the play action. To the right side and caught by Dell. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will tie us at 3-3.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. First and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
More muscle up front for this second and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. But once again, it's Mitchell. And now the rookie's free. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's the 4th-year man, J.K. Dobbins. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
49-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Now a 3rd and 6.
13. Change it. That's enough.
Now Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Hey.
They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Drag him, 60. Ready.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Stroud on third down now. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Let's go now.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Stroud. That is caught by Dell. Stroud's about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Ready, set.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Stroud. The pass finds Mechie in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Catching a first down from Andrews in Baltimore, and all NFL fans are used to seeing those all game, every game from him. 2022, a touch below what he did the year before as the best receiving tight end in the league, but still Pro Bowl worthy with over 800 yards.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. Jackson. Flush to his right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Jackson going to shift him around. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The end result, 21 yards.
Barney, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs.
Mitchell going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
3rd and goal. Jackson. Touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Tucker with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. This ball caught by Mechie.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
On 1st down, here's Stroud.
And his throw is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3?
Cowboy 80. Warrior 70. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
Flushed out right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
18, Pioneer. 19, Wyatt. Dragon 60. Hey, smash Broncos. Hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Right back to Mitchell on second down.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
Play action. Now Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Jackson to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
A handoff from Mitchell running left.
Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here this third quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Stroud here on 3rd and long.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we took 10 yardage on that one. That was truly third and long, wasn't it?
Well, I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
That's taken it around the 40. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
You gotta make a move. You gotta make it happen.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
17-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second.
Throwing is Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Texans scoop it.
And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he's able to take this one up to the 30.
It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Taking it about the 36. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create it.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give here to Mitchell.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That was a really nice play. He was able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Jackson now.
Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 27-yard.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Come on.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Stroud looking to throw.
Man, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Trying the right side with Mitchell. Yeah, pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Hey, middle.
Another run with Mitchell.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because
and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
DC, ready?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 26.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Jackson from the shotgun. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are right back in this football game.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Let's go now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
7 Pirates.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud is going to audible to something else.
Warriors 70.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Nice effort from Jalen Petrie getting to him behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
A 54-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Baltimore, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they go down.
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Easy, got them excited to meet me. Meet me, I got diamonds, you got CZs. CZs, wake up, get to it, and repeat. Repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru. That hop in the whip that is missing the roof. My woman a fire, just look at my boo. I'm the almighty, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't need much, ability to do. Ooh, 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 ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Easy, got them excited to meet me. Meet me, I got diamonds, you got CZs. CZs, wake up, get to it, and repeat.